Celebration of this special day, the marriage of Jessica and Steve Bonventre. Cloudy skies and a little bit of rain cannot diminish the glow that emanates from this happy, newly married couple. For those of you who were able to make the ceremony this afternoon, you saw that I had the distinct honor and pleasure of escorting my baby, my firstborn, the youngest of my three beautiful daughters, up the aisle to be married. What you didn't see was the coaxing and the bribing that went on before that in order for that to happen. I'm sure you were unaware of the kicking and screaming that was going on behind the closed doors. And yes, there were some tears shed. But she finally convinced me I had to do it. A couple of people have asked me what I said to Steve when I handed Jesse off to him. It wasn't anything private or profound. I just reminded him that when he said, "I do," he took 50% ownership of all of Jesse's possessions, and I was giving him 2 weeks to get them cleaned out of our house. And I know how this works. I'm not losing a daughter, I'm gaining a son. And I think that's terrific because my wife and I never had one. He gets to be the older brother that my younger girls never had. And I must say he's proven to be a worthy opponent at Wii tennis. But the other way I look at this is that I am gaining a guest bedroom. And I think that's great because my mother-in-law, who lives in Iowa, now knows that she can come out and visit us as many times as she wants, because she'll always have a place where she can stay.
That's good.
I might need to rethink that.
You're digging in.
Don't worry about that for now. But if I can be serious for a moment, and those who know me best know that's a big if. In fact, when Jessica asked me to give the greeting, I thought to myself, well, there's the first mistake she made in planning this wedding. She didn't stop to ask herself, do I really want to tell Dad he can have the microphone? 2 minutes, Dad. That's all. I said, what, 2 minutes? Okay, maybe 3. I'm not kidding, I'm serious, Dad. So I'm thinking my first minute is about up, so I better get to this first minute.
Get the hook.
I'm afraid to look, is she laughing or is she mad? But all kidding aside, I know that I can speak for Steve's parents, Joyce and Joe, and my wife, Katie, when I say that we are very happy about this marriage. The first time I started telling family and friends that my daughter was engaged, the question I would get was, what did I think of the guy? And I could say without hesitation that he was a great guy and we were very happy about this. The first time my wife and I met him, we could tell that there was something special going on. Just the way they looked at each other, you could tell there was a special bond that was continuing to grow and a love that was building. And when we drove home, we said to each other, well, that could be the guy. And it wasn't too much longer after that when I got a phone call from Steve. He wanted to come over and talk to me. Oh, I knew what that was about. I'll admit I wanted to meet him at the front door with a shotgun. But I didn't have one, so I looked around the house for even just a toy gun I thought would work. All I could find were Barbie accessories. But anyway, he came over. It took a lot of courage to do that. It was a very classy thing to do. He said all the right things, and my wife and I were only too happy to give our blessing on his intentions. So we think Steve's a great guy. We're very, very happy that he's going to be a member of our family and is a member of our family now. You know, as with any parent, all we ever want is what's best for our children. And we think that Jesse got the best in Steve. And of course, my wife and I love our daughter tremendously. We think she's a wonderful young woman. Her sisters love her as well. And we think that Steve got the best in Jessica. They're not the best in each other. Steve mentioned last night at the rehearsal dinner that he learned in his pre-marriage classes that a little part of him was going to die today, but that it would be reborn in his new relationship, in his new life with his wife. And I gotta tell you, giving my daughter away, a little part of me died today too. But I look forward to my renewed life and our new life as a family as we welcome Steve into the family, and we look forward to many years of happy occasions and celebrating joyous events. So thank you very much for being here tonight. We appreciate you joining in our celebration, and have a good evening.
Thank you, sir.